Well, we had a gorgeous day in the Rockies today with a starry night greeting the fans filing into the Pepsi Center for Game 2 of our national NBA doubleheader. With the NBA on TNT presented by State Farm. It's a matchup right now of the two fourth-place teams in the East and the West, with the Chicago Bulls taking on the Denver Nuggets.
And gain that confidence, and that's exactly what this team has done.
Chicago has lost 5 consecutive games here as Kenneth Faried puts in a floater to put the Nuggets on top. Lawson, who played at North Carolina, having a terrific season. Little pick and roll. Oh, and he got Faried in mid-stride. Here comes Hamilton. Knocked away by Iguodala. Second turnover for Chicago. Lawson. Iguodala!
The Sixers to the Nuggets. George Karl says, look, we're going to put you on the best offensive player on the opposing team. Create offense from your defense. And that's exactly what we just saw in that last possession. Well, and Nate Robinson has played great, but to me, Carlos has been the key. As you see Faried with his 4th point.
Talking about Carlos, there's a turnover, and here comes Faried. He's got 7, takes it himself. Kenneth Faried.
See what, early on in this first quarter, I'm loving the activity of the Nuggets at the defensive end. You come up with a steal, and remember, they're #1. So if their first round, they have home court advantage, and then you move on after that. Who cares? Because this young team will grow up during the playoffs.
Corey Brewer just checked in. And here's Wilson Chandler outside, struggling with this shot, except on that triple right there. Well, answer my question, can they? Can they extend a playoff series? I know coming home. Here's Chandler again.
Wow.
Who puts in another 3 outside.
Exciting young players in this game, but kind of like the size of what Shaq has.
Corey Brewer launching a 3. Faried comes up with another rebound and another 2 inside. And Kenneth Faried, 11 points and 5 rebounds in this game already for Denver. Is Teague with a pretty layup inside, the rookie out of Kentucky.
Sometimes we see that last year with Anthony Davis
You're
winning
right.
the national championship.
Oh, but no one's on Faried.
You talked about playing free and loose. Ooh. Energy player who's on the bench and Joakim Noah, but to me, this is the new breed of the NBA. At that 6'7", 6'8" frame, so active. You know, we were doing the game earlier. To me, he reminds his activity a lot.
Teague inside, he loses the ball. Miller knocked it away. Brewer, Chandler.
But then you get used to it. But by then, you're down by 15 points. So you're always struggling to get back into the game. Can't turn the basketball over against the Nuggets. It's a guaranteed finish at the other end. Say the name Kenneth Faried, who will be in this year's All-Star Dunk Competition, All-Star Weekend. I think of activity. He does so many things for your ball club. So active on the offensive glass, putting putbacks in. He runs the floor with nice finishes. But to me, it's that Energizer bunny. All hustle points, does all the little things, don't have to call a single play for him.
That meant tacos for all. Here we go, Lawson flying the other way. He might be the fastest point guard in the league right now. Robinson back in, finds Jimmy Butler, stripped of the ball by Miller. Ahead it goes to Lawson. Faried.
And that's a lot like Dennis Rodman. They never called plays for him.
And McGee comes up with a little backhand right there. And he gets 2 right there, his first in 5 tries. Well, he could put his name on that trophy for one, like Jordan and Kobe. And here's Chandler with a 3. Oh, my goodness. Wilson Chandler.
But, you know, come playoff time when possessions are key and valuable, you got to have that one guy, as Chandler has been on fire. He gets his 4th 3-pointer in this first half and setting things right for the Chicago Bulls. And for Denver, it's been the inside out of Kenneth Faried and Wilson Chandler. The activity early on of Kenneth Faried, and off the bench, 4 daggers for Wilson Chandler and the Denver Nuggets. Week or so, but this is a guy that's, you know, been on winning teams. And the back door there by Gallinari.
Out of that nice run a season ago with Doug Collins in Philly. Hamilton trying to defend. Nice play by Iguodala.
Since December 14th at 20-6, right behind the San Antonio Spurs. Because of things like this. Defense to offense. I don't know if there's another team in the NBA that creates so much offense.
Did you think Faried played? He was not loose that night.
He wasn't loose, but I think tonight, maybe it's the Charles Barkley factor. The LA Clippers or the more athletic than the San Antonio Spurs.
Whoa.
No one on the Spurs, no one on the Clippers, well maybe the Clippers, are doing plays like that.
And doing things like this, climbing the ladder and pushing it down.
There hasn't been any Derrick Rose all season as another steal and turnover by Chicago, which leads to JaVale McGee. There's Carl, and he's talking about, especially come first round, trying to get a home court situation. You got young players like this, when you can get out in transition and finish and get this home crowd involved.
Deficits that teams are coming by, just kind of happens this time of year. Another steal. Chandler. Lawson. Came up out quickly. Here's the run, and there it goes to McGee.
Look at this. This is a call. He's pointing to the rim. I mean, just you're talking about the efficiency of JaVale McGee.
Now add to that a horrendous third quarter for Chicago.
So intriguing, especially in the Western Conference. You talk about the 3 through 6 and even 7. All those teams on a nightly basis.
Wow.
As Chandler continues. That's 5 of 5 from long distance.
Lawson comes up with it. There's another rebound for him. He's got a couple. Makes the fake and the drive. Ty Lawson.
Pretty soon on. And they do play tomorrow.
They do play tomorrow night
in
Salt
Utah.
Lake. Yep.
Energy Solutions Arena.
Chandler.
Oh, goodness.
Radmanovich with nothing defensible. League out to Lawson, up to Chandler, into Vlade Radmanovich, and an easy 2 in there for Wilson Chandler. He's going to have to fire. Good screen by Gibson. George Karl said he really thought the bench was going to be the key, Reggie, for the season for the Nuggets. Now he feels that the starters are the key for the Nuggets this year. Whoops.
Take you behind the woodshed beating that the Nuggets are putting on the Chicago Bulls.
Look at the Taco Bell Lip Moss play of the game.
And Kev, I used to see this over 30 years ago when it was Cheryl Miller to Pam McGee of the USC Lady Troys, and now it translates to her son, JaVale McGee, the finish for the Denver Nuggets. Absolutely.
Teague. McGee chasing it down, picked up by Ty Lawson, off to Brewer.
Oh, man.
Corey cutting on the wing and finding 2.
And I heard Shaq talking that JaVale McGee should be in the starting lineup, and I disagree. I think for what they do.
By Andre Miller. Nuggets. Last 5 shots have hit. Mozgov inside. Lute Olson was there, always appears.
Well, that's why I didn't make it, because I used to give.
Let's go to Marty.
Well, a terrific game for Kenneth Faried, having some fun on the bench, throwing shoes into the stands. Actually, they were JaVale McGee's shoes. I don't think that's actually very nice, but a great game for United. Best game of the season for you?
Tonight, this is not one of my best games. I mean, this overall, playing against a good Chicago Bulls team, this was our best game for the season for us, though.
Coach Karl told us before the game, nobody really knows this Nuggets team. Did you guys kind of serve notice tonight?
Oh, yeah, I mean, nobody really knows us on TV as much as some of the other elite teams, but we're getting out there and we try to make a statement here tonight.
I know you have a big weekend next weekend at All-Star Weekend in Houston, but tonight, Charles Barkley, the GM, drafted you on his team. He's not going to coach, that's a good thing. But they're fighting over you in the studio. Shaq offered him Kyrie Irving straight up for you, and Chuck said no. What do you think about that?
Well, that's an honor. I respect it, and I respect both of them.
At least he's not coaching you, right?
I mean, it didn't matter to me. I'm just here to have fun and enjoy myself.
You want to give us a sneak preview on what we might see in the slam dunk contest from you?
Can't do that. Can't do that. I'm gonna show a little something when I do the little thing for sprites, but I'm gonna have fun.
All right, congratulations on the great game.
All right, thank you.
21-12 for him, Kevin.